Hey guys, it's David. I know it's day 11 and I've only posted one video so far. It's because I could not get my microphone figured out for the longest time and I was busy traveling for Kronosworks convention. So I just figured I'd start this up again because I finally figured out that my phone didn't have the YouTube app enabled for the microphone, so I should have that working now. Just to give an update, I have been keeping up with Jordan barely just because I was in Vegas for a few days and it's a lot harder to get my steps in when I'm at a convention, surprisingly, where you'd think that you'd have the easiest time because you're up walking around talking to people all day. But that's not the case. We actually are a lot more active when we have some time to work out and walk around on the treadmill desks or walk around the office. I struggled to get more than 15,000 a day while Jordan was here pounding out 30,000 a day. So as soon as I got back, I put in a pretty good, like 42, 43,000 steps. That's impossible to keep up. I had pretty much walked all day, probably a good 8 to 10 hours, and then I went to the gym and ran like 6 miles. So I really can't sustain that. And I thought I could get 50,000 at least once during this challenge, and there's still 9 days to go, but I don't think that's possible unless I run like a half marathon on top of walking for 6 to 8 hours. But anyway, this weekend I've put in 7 miles on the treadmill at the gym, both Saturday and Sunday. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Still not breaking 30,000 right now, but I don't think that I want to do that too often, just because I found it to be kind of unsustainable. I'm too tired the next day to break 20,000 sometimes if that happens. So right now I'm about 15,000 behind Jordan. Next runner up is another guy who's training for the Spartan race next month, so he's putting in about 20K a day. Nobody else is even close. One girl, Megan, shout out Megan Little, she's probably the closest person. I think she's in 4th place, and yesterday she ran a half marathon, so that's putting her a lot closer. So I think either she or the other guy, Ryan, are going to get 3rd place at least, but right now Jordan and I have a good, I think, 50 or 70,000 step margin between us and the next runner up. So I'm pretty confident that unless one of us gets injured, nothing's gonna really get in the way of us getting 1st and 2nd. But it's really down to a question of who's gonna get 1st and 2nd. So stay tuned.